This is what you do. So basically, the way I formatted these commands, right? So you just type slash earnings upcoming. And real quick, let me see if I can change the parameter in the code to account for more than 100. I'm going to try to do 150 to see if we can get a little bit more data. So hold on one second. Earnings upcoming in, oops. Reload it real quick. And I'm going to move everything over to cog, so you'll be able to just type /help because there is a lot of commands now. And then you'll be able to get a very detailed list that will help you. So earnings upcoming, so right here I'm just going to change this to 150 and then refresh it and see if it works. But basically, you'll see the reason I formatted it the way I did. So earnings, by the way, every time you type slash, like if anyone doesn't know, just hit slash, click on FUD stop commands, and then you just get our commands. Tons and tons and tons for you to use. And there's more coming too. I have a whole suite of repo and short-term funding data that I'm about to add as well. And this is how you stay on top of the game. This is how we're winning, is because we're keeping up with this shit. So earnings upcoming. It should have loaded by now. Earnings upcoming. We're going to do, just for an example, we know that, let's just say October, what was it, 26th for NVIDIA and all the tech stocks? I guess I could just look, right? I think it was 10/20, 10/16, I think, right? Did we get that far ahead? Yep, it didn't return it. 150 is too much. I think 100 is the limit, but we tried. It's all good. And it does return them from a popularity standpoint, so it's not like you're going to miss out on the more popular tickers. It's going to be mutual funds and things like that. So anyways, basically all you do is you type /earnings, and then you just click earnings upcoming, and then you just type in the date that you want. 2022 dash, let's just do 10/16. Let's see if we can get out that far. And we can. Was that the day of earnings for NVIDIA? And if you need to check a stock specifically for earnings, just type /earn, and then any ticker you want. Let's do NVIDIA. And okay, oh, that's right. It's 8/20. It's this month. What am I doing? I'm baked. Sorry. Okay, so now that we know it's this month, now we can say earnings upcoming. And this is from two different APIs. This one is from IEX Cloud, and this one is from Financial Modeling. So 2022-824. And you can see we do have NVIDIA, and it is the top ticker. So now that you've got this list, what you do is you copy the list. You go straight over to Alphaquery, and you just go to your data table, and you paste it, because I've already formatted it, where you can just plug and play. You can pick any metric you want now. We can break this ticker list for this specific day of earnings down even further by doing sector, industry, free float, any data we want, volume. Let's do percent change 52, and let's do percent change in the last earnings cycle, and then we'll do. You don't want to put too much in here. Let's do this. This is always a good one to look at. Consecutive days of increasing. There's no point to put decreasing, because we know there hasn't been very many consecutive days of decreasing for many of these tech plays. But it could be useful to include it, so I'm going to go ahead and include it. And again, I mean, you can mix and match whatever you want. This is just an example. RSI is always good to have. And then it's always good to verify the earnings date too. Even though we just did between two different APIs, we're going to go ahead and grab a third verifying. And you can always search for the metric you want to. So if we wanted to do earnings, next expected earnings report. And then last thing we're going to do is the volatility. So we're going to do IV. put call ratio, open interest. We're gonna do we don't want historical. Yeah, we want implied volatility. We want the last 30 days because no, I'm sorry, we want the last 90 days for calls and puts because that's your earnings cycle. So let's see what happens when we run this bad boy. We get an instant list of data, and this is the beauty of all of this, because if you have Excel, which a lot of people do, you know, look at all this, copy it, go to Excel, you know, make a blank sheet or whatever, paste it. I always like to paste the formatting that Excel has, not the source formatting, and to do that you just paste and then you click the clipboard here. It's match destination formatting. So once we have the data, look at this shit. You literally just highlight it and hit analyze data. Analyze data. And then you can visualize it 6 different ways till Sunday. Insert a pivot table. You can see here that just this right here is letting us know that the basic materials sector has a noticeably lower % change in price the last earnings cycle, meaning it's held up pretty good. I'm sorry, it actually got beat to hell this last earnings cycle, as it is the most heaviest hit out of everything else. The most sturdy in the past 13 weeks has been consumer defensive and industrials. Healthcare, tech right there in the middle. So could this be the rebound of basic materials? I don't know. Let's look at these sectors and industries that they're in. What is the makeup of this set of data here? Let's go Brandon. Not that one. Not that one. This one. I mean, there's all kinds of different strategies you can develop just by looking at this simple set of data alone. The 90-day put IV and field change in price, 52 weeks, appears highly correlated. Yeah, that's expected. Days of increasing price appears highly determined by the field RSI. I would agree. Tech accounts for the most days of increasing price. Dell and Nvidia have noticeably higher days of increasing price. So, I mean, in reality, a strategy could be something as simple as you just take the pivot chart you get from the Excel data analyzation that you know is legit data that you just got from an API, and you see, okay, where's the heaviest hit, where's the least heaviest hit, and then isn't that technically a route to profit right there, or at least a good start? We throw the RSI in. Let's take the % change out and just look at the RSI. I mean, yeah, most of them are getting up there. So there's a lot of things you can do. That's why I'm building these commands this way. So you can instantly, you can survey whatever data set you want, but by doing it this way, you're basically compartmentalizing data by date, by earnings, and that is a very good way to distribute and sort your data. Let's do tomorrow. Let's do 0802. See what we got. Oh, that's right. AMD, the last one, right? Last big name for tomorrow. And to repeat the process, you just go to Alphaquery. And if you need the login info, it's in Discord. Go to the data table and just paste that shit in here, and then start plugging away with whatever data you want. Exchange. I like to do this, of course. Really, I just like to look at a few things. I don't like to overload it. I like to look at the OI ratio on the 30 and the 90. I like to look at the option break-even's pretty good too. option break even on the 30, put break even on the 30, and then the call break even on the 30. We'll do the forward price too. Fuck it, why not? Put a call ratio for the 90 and the 30. And then we'll do, oh, look at that. Implied volatility skew. Son of a bitch. What do you know? I'm going to go ahead and get the 30 and 90 on that too. Okay, so. Give me all that IV shit. 30 and the 90. 30 and the 90. And then we can manipulate the data how we want it. So we run all this, get our list, get all the data. Uh-oh, actually. God dang it. Fuck, do I have to redo that? Show me all of them. Thanks, Daddy. Go ahead and clean this shit up. This is very simple shit. Like, it's literally copying and pasting and clicking fucking buttons that you want to click, and then you just paste it in Excel, and then you analyze that shit. There's nothing to it. And now we have all this data we want, and you can even ask Excel about this data. Like, what I want the 30-day put call ratio. You know, you can just search for whatever, and then it will give you suggestions and all kinds of other shit. So let's look at this real quick. $36 results. Technology and basic materials. I'm telling you, bro, we just saw that basic materials was one of the heaviest hit. Technology is one of the most beneficial runs that we've seen in the last few weeks. So maybe those are the two that are going to flip-flop. See, I mean, the Discord's full of things you can do with data, especially like if you all you gotta do to get tickers. Like if you wanted to see, you know, how bad the basic materials tickers have done in the past few weeks, you just gotta go to chat, type /navigate, type BM basic materials, and then pick which industry you want. Let's do metals and mining. That's a popular one. Then we'll go there. And then you just go to the description of the channel and look at there. It's all the tickers for this specific industry, and it's down to the industry, so it's even more specific. So now we go to the data table, rinse, repeat. All we gotta do here is remove the quotations. Same fucking data. Run the same fucking shit. Get the same query back. And get a brand new spreadsheet printed out with all different data. And like what? That took like 30 seconds, if that, to get all that data. This is all the basic materials confirmed by the results here. All basic materials. So now we can analyze this data set in approximately 1 minute flat, just to quickly just scope it out, see what's going on. This is how you stay ahead of everything. Industry gold has noticeably higher volume. No shit. There you go. You got a hierarchy of volume. So just gotta use this shit at your disposal. There's tons of it. But yeah, that's why the earnings command is badass. I would definitely recommend at least giving this a shot, because you can learn a lot for sure. I mean, look at charts, click buttons. You know, it's telling you what it means. All you have to do is know what the terminology means inside the charts. Like, you have to know what obviously an industry is and what, you know, the gold is, and know how to read a bar chart. You know, that's it. you got your pivot table here, which is basically the chart here, just in table form. This data you're seeing here makes this chart, basically, and you can manipulate the data as well. So tons of stuff you can do. You can change the type of chart, the design, change chart type. There's tons of different ones, tons of different ways to visualize stuff. I'm not a genius. I'm just retarded, and I found a lot of tools to play with that everyone has access to. If you're not sure how to use it, learn. There's people that will show you on YouTube and all kinds of other shit. You just have to find the right ones. And, you know, luckily, if people want to learn to code here and learn how to utilize this stuff more, then, you know, that's what the group's for. So, hell yeah, man. Let's go, Brandon, I think. Doesn't he have COVID?